Hello everyone, I am the Quiet Storm, as I'd hope you'd already know. As many of you were probably aware, I had planned to entirely shift my life this summer by moving down to live with my brother and his family in Texas. Yet, here I am, obviously not in Texas, as I explained yesterday. I'm aware that many of you are probably going to disagree with my reasons for coming back home to Oklahoma, but honestly it doesn't really matter. There are several reasons, but the most prevalent one is the one that is by far the craziest. Reason number 1. June 10th, 2016, the day before I drove down to Texas, was the day that Christina Grimmie was shot and killed after her concert in Orlando. And yeah, I'm pretty late to the party when it comes to talking about Christina. The truth of the matter is I wasn't even remotely aware of her existence until she was probably already dead. I discovered the tragedy when I made the mistake of going on Twitter late that night when I should have already been asleep, and I saw that Shane Dawson had tweeted out the news that this girl had been shot. From that moment on, I kept refreshing my Twitter and checking Google searches to stay as informed as I could on the condition of this girl I had just discovered. Initially, the report was simply that she was shot, but as I read deeper into probably dozens of articles, it became apparent that she was most likely not going to survive her injuries. And of course, during this time, I was also watching the videos on Christina's YouTube channel and falling in love with her singing talent. When I saw the official statement from the Orlando police that she had died, I can't exactly put into words how I felt. My heart sank. She was so young and so talented, and now she wouldn't be able to provide the world with her talent anymore. So the next morning when I set out, all I could think about was Christina getting shot in the head, and that played on a loop in my mind for, I kid you not, 4 hours. For the first half of the trip, I felt like I was going to throw up. Every time I stood up at a gas station or to get out for anything, I was so lightheaded that I could barely walk straight. I couldn't figure out why I was feeling the way that I was. Maybe it was because I felt guilty about how I never even discovered her until she was dead. Maybe it was because she was so young and she was murdered doing what she loved for basically no good reason. For the rest of the day, I was still thinking about Christina, and I kept feeling that I needed to go home because life is truly such a fragile thing, and I want to create as much for the world as I possibly can with the time I've got. Because of her amazing singing talent, as well as a 3 million subscriber base on YouTube, Christina Grimmie will never be forgotten. I've got so many things to say that I've been unreasonably afraid of saying because of what people might think of me. And I'm just not going to be that way anymore. Christina Grimmie was an amazing inspiration to so many people during her short 22 years, and I'm sure many more now that her life has come to its sudden end. I'm going to leave links to tribute videos to Christina by some of my favorite YouTubers in the description below. Reason number 2. The Orlando nightclub shooting. 2 tragedies in Orlando in 2 days' time. Words can't properly describe how horrible the situations were. When thinking of the nightclub shooting, I'm led to remember a lyric from a Marilyn Manson song. The death of one is a tragedy, the death of millions is just a statistic. Think about that for a minute. I'm mentioning this quote because I feel like hatred against the LGBT community is going to take many more lives as time goes on, and I truly hope the deaths of LGBT people don't become just a statistic. 50 people were shot and killed at a gay club in Orlando by an American-born jihadist Muslim. I think American-born is a very important thing to include when speaking of Omar Mateen. Some reports say that Mateen was a closet homosexual. Others say he shot up the club simply because he hated seeing 2 men kissing. 50 innocent people were slaughtered in that nightclub simply because they loved who they loved. And that is not something that should have happened. Omar Mateen was on an FBI terrorist watch list and still managed to purchase an assault rifle to shoot over 100 people. Some eyewitness reports say that he had assistance with the massacre, but it hasn't been confirmed. Since the shooting, other potential terror threats have been reported, yet not confirmed that I'm aware of. Was this truly an isolated incident blown up beyond proportion by the media, or is America really in danger? I'm not entirely sure, and I plan to make a video purely about the nightclub shooting on Wednesday. The mass shooting has led me to realize that there is a good chance that none of us are safe being who we are, and I need to do more with my life than work 9 to 5 flipping burgers for the next 40 years of my life. Reason number 3. I have free college tuition for up to 5 years at any Oklahoma university. Can't cash in on that in Texas. Honestly, I want to at least give a college education a try. I know I should try to start this fall, but I'm not entirely sure if I will, or if I'll hold off another year so I actually know what I want to go into, if that's something I truly want to do. Reason number 4. I'm simply just not ready for life on my own yet. Turning the move into a vacation allowed me to enjoy my week in Texas without being excessively stressed out about things that are beyond my control. If I stay here, I've got a free room to sleep in for pretty much as long as I need it. Right now, this is what I feel like I need to do while I try to get my life figured out. Reason number 5. This is another crazy thing that I'm sure some of you will disagree with. Another reason why I'm back is to work on creativity full time for a while. That means I'm going to be working on my writing and YouTube full time to see if I can get anywhere with the things I actually like to do with my life. I'm well aware that I'm probably just going to fail, but there is a chance that I could be the next YouTube star or New York Times bestseller. I know if I don't try to do this right now while I can, I'll never get around to trying again, and then I will never know what could have been. This means you can probably plan on seeing Cletus and Beverly again in the near future on this channel. So, tune in for that. So what is the easiest way to say why I came back? I have become more aware than ever before that I could literally die at any moment. Whether it's something random and crazy like a brain aneurysm, or something tragic and sudden like being shot and murdered like Christina Grimmie was, it's possible that everything could just end. I have one life. I'm alive right now. But am I living? I know for sure I won't be living if I'm slaving away at a minimum wage job just to pay rent. I feel like I've got a lot to offer the world, and a lot that I'd like to see and do and experience that I just can't do if I'm working a minimum wage job trying to survive. I can't just let myself fall into the repetitive cycle of paying bills until I die. I don't want that to happen with my life. Basically, I've finally cracked, but I seriously feel like I needed to crack. I've come to realize that I can't let myself be bothered anymore by the fear of what other people may or may not think of me. I am what I am. I do what I do, and you're all about to start seeing a lot more of that in the near future. This video has gone on far too long as it is, so I'm going to leave you all with my thoughts right here. Thank you all so much for watching this video if you've made it this far. If you're new and you haven't already, I'd love it if you'd consider subscribing to my channel to make sure you never miss out on an upload. I know I said before that I never begged for subscribers, but that was back when I thought this channel might actually get abandoned. I also have a gaming channel, which seems to have been entirely forgotten, but I plan on getting back to work on that either this week or next. On that channel I've got one crappy Minecraft video and a Happy Wheels video that might actually be funny. If you'd like to check it out, hop on over there. It's in the channels thing on my channel. Yeah. And I'll link to that in the description. As always, everyone, I am the QuietStorm. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.